Howdy fellas, Frankie Days back again on YouTube. For YouTube for tonight, I have another build report update of my Bolo Bomber. This will be number 6. And I thought I'd have it done, fellas, at least by today, but, you know, to my wife and everything, and take care of some business, they kind of pushed me away from the modeling bench for a while, so I got back at the bench. So I should have my Bolo done by tomorrow. Most definitely be done by tomorrow, without a shadow of a doubt. So far on the update of my group build of my Bolo Bomber, all the decals have been applied. All parts, everything has been finished on it, with the exception of the clear transparencies as the bomb embers windows, the front turret and the dorsal turret, and the and the observation windows alongside the fuselage, and paint the tires, and she's done. And I'll go to something else after that. And so far it's going together pretty good. I think lastly, before it's completely 100% finished, I need to do a little touch-up painting here and there on it. So I got my special aluminum plate. I just need a couple touch-up spots where I must have missed somewhere. After all, before I make sure the model's finished, I give it a good visual and make sure everything's done on it. And before I like to show my model, I'd like to thank everybody out there for your wonderful comments from my wife. And she's home now, and they gave her medication, they gave her breathing treatment, gave her popped her with a couple pills, and she's getting a lot better now. Just like I say, every winter I just cringe, like, please God, you know, don't let her get sick. She's all I got, and it's rough, you know. Ohio is very rough out here, and we're gonna have a rough winter, fellas, a real rough winter. I predict back-to-back blizzards. Not a very pretty picture, but old man winter is still blowing in the storm, and that's about the way the world turns, I guess. So I got plenty of models in my stash. If I get bogged down with snow, no big deal. I got enough models there to last me at least 10 years, so they're all done. So I'll be pretty busy for a while, keep you guys happy. Right now, I don't know about my darn software. I went back and I just don't understand. Maybe somebody out there can help me, because it's in the system, but when I click on the icon on my on the icon screen right there, it just won't load up. It's in the system because I checked the control board and everything. It's there, and maybe when you computer geeks out there know a lot more about computers, maybe you guys can give old Frankie Days a little help I hear on that, and I certainly appreciate it, fellas. I really do. Okay, without further ado, we'll take a little walk around my Bolo Bomber, and I'll describe what was been done on it. And like I say, you gotta please excuse this webcam, fellas. It wasn't my idea. It's like the old saying in the Navy and the Marine Corps, you know. If it don't work right, adapt, overcome, and achieve. So this is about the only best way I can do it. I can't do it any better, fellas. So anyway, here's the Bolo Bomber right here. I get a little closer to this webcam, fellas, and I try not to jiggle it so much so you won't be able to jiggle out of focus. The checkered toweling is a pretty good touch on here. That's a decal that comes with the kit. It took me about an hour for each cowling. You put the decal on there to make sure it's perfect. And I've got the logo right here. I guess it's the squadron logo was came from. This comes from Bellows Field, Honolulu, Hawaii. This is one of the aircraft that was destroyed by the infamous attack by the Empire of Japan at Pearl Harbor. And we'll get a little closer here. I got the windows are all masked. I moved the maskings from the windows right there. and you can see pretty much detail on it on the windows right there. Boy, I wish I had my other camera, fellas. I'll tell you one thing, this webcam does not do this thing any justice at all. Just gives you an idea. All the decals are on there, folks. I got the grab my lead edge of the wing. My aluminum plate paint has cured. And I got the pre-war striped red, white, and blue striping, which was rendered in that era. And now Break of War came, there wasn't longer there anymore. They got rid of that. The star and roundels on the fuselage sides are not there. There's red, white, and blue stripes on it represent the logo inside the fuselage, which ain't there. Star and roundel. And we'll turn around a little bit here, folks, a little closer here. You get a pretty good close view of my... Well, I tell you, folks, the more I jiggle this thing around, the worse it gets. This thing is so shiny right here, it shows reflection on the camera lens itself. Under the wings it has the U.S. Army. And you got your two bottom star logos, roundels on there. And Bobo's come pretty good, folks. You know, I gave it has two coats of aluminum paint on it. There's a little speck on top of the fuselage next to the radio mast. It needs to be touched up right there with aluminum plate, and it's all done. So initially, to have this airplane complete, I'm going to have to go ahead and finish up the tires, finish up the nose turret, the bottom member's window, the dorsal turret, and lastly, the observation windows on the side of the fuselage needs to be done. That's to be lastly done. The larger windows have no problem of doing that. They can be cemented in position via through the turret, bottom member's window, and also through the doors turret. The other ones can be touched up using Aleene's tacky glue, which serves the purpose of the same method as that as micro clear, which is used for windows. And that'll be that. And so I get my camera fired up. I hope I get that camera fired up and I can be able to show you the complete build. This is not complete yet, fellas, as noted on the video right here. And it's at the stage now. It's a downhill slide being done, and like Panther Bill and I will probably be the next one's finished together. He's done a very remarkable, wonderful job on that Baltimore, Maryland, that Martin, Maryland he's doing. And he's done a good job on it and get that completed. And he probably old Mr. Bill probably go on to something else. Put it back on Lady Susan, fellas, the old Bolo right here. It's a nice plane. As soon as I get that camera fired up right here, I'll show the complete build on the last update of the completion of my group build. Drying now. So I think the next video I'll do an inbox review on my on the build I'm going to do on Speedy's 197 Marks. Group builds yet coming up. He hasn't stated when to start yet, though, so very soon, very shortly, I imagine he'll post a video on the introduction of his group build and what aircraft entry that he is participating in. And as soon as he gets that started, I'll go ahead and show mine. So I don't want to put the cart in front of the horse, so when he gets started, I'll go ahead and make a video, a inbox review of my entry to his group build. And we have D-Day coming up real good. Since that's almost a 6-month period, Jesus Pete, I might as well, I can build about 4 or 5 of them for that vintage of that year of D-Day. And I'll do that on that. I haven't been checking everybody else's builds yet, though. Yeah, Cohen C, he's working on tanks, on those treads on the tanks. That man's got some patience on those treads. Building those treads, all those minute pieces right there. I know how it is, Colin. Been there, done that, but I deal with those things every day. But like I say, that's what modeling's all about. You got winter coming up. I imagine it gets cold up there in Nova Scotia and Halifax all through there. I stayed there a couple times while I was in the Navy. As a matter of fact, we went to St. John's, Newfoundland one time. We pulled in one time. And it gets cold out there during the winter months. And we got a beautiful country over there. And my country needs to get straightened out real bad. I tell you, it's bad shape, boys, bad shape. By the grace of God, we may be able to get it straightened out. Well, anyway, folks, that kind of does that for my group build right there. And so stay tuned for the next Bolo update. It'll be the completion of it. And I'm going to call my brother up, have him coming over. He's an electronic whiz. He knows all about this stuff like that. I got a strong notion I'll have to reload my software back up into the system again. Since it's a new window right now, 8.1 window. Man, I wish they never did that to me, but when you're dealing with computers and electronics, they got a mind of their own. So any computer geeks out there, like I said, can help me out a little bit, I'll be more than happy. And we'll go from there. Okay, guys, that's enough chatter right there. It's time to get off here. I'm pushing a little over 12 minutes now, and although I got permission to go on, so I don't want to bore nobody with all this boredom. But it's all about modeling, and I promise I have a Bolo update build on my group build, pre-service 1935, 1941. So my B-18 Bolo, she's on a downhill slide. It's being done. It'll definitely be done tomorrow, without a shadow of a doubt. And go to something else after that. So stay tuned for my next builds of the past video coming up. I'll have another one post tomorrow. I got another oldie but goodie you'll probably enjoy. Might be a ship, might be a plane. But I'll keep you guys entertained and everything. Okay, guys, old Frankie Days gonna get off here. I'm a little tired a little bit. Had a long night in the hospital, and go after take care of business. It's kind of wore up my gray cells a little bit, so I need to hit the fart sack and get some doggone shut-eye and start the morning with a big, with a refresh eyeballs and a fresh mind, and get stuff done. So what the remainder of the night is, I'm gonna get hold of my brother and have him get this YouTube to get my my software for my other camera loaded up again. Go from there. Okay, folks, I'd like to thank everybody for your wonderful comments on my builds of the past I've done and my Bolo Bomber. I'm very honored to have such a great bunch of fellows out there that enjoy my life's work. And my life's work gets more attention than it's ever had since I built them. And all you great fellows out there seem to be pretty well pleased. And as long as you keep looking at them, I'll keep sharing them. Okay, guys, it's time to get off here. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. And thank everybody for your very warm, wonderful comments. And happy modeling. Please subscribe. Get crazy glue on your fingers. Take tail polish. Remove it. Done. And may God bless, boys. We'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks, fellas, for tuning in. God love you guys. Bye now, boys.